Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Just giving a bit of an overview of 2022 as it's been for my powerlifting journey. Bit of talk about my last comp at IPF Commonwealth Championships in New Zealand just a few weeks ago, and I'll sort of talk about the challenges I faced leading into this. It was a pretty good result. Um, Took out first place overall for bench only, which was meant to be a side quest, and came second in under 74 three lifts. So had a 5 out of 9 performance, and that wasn't necessarily part of the plan, but I mean things happen, and uh, based on how things transpired, I'm pretty happy with the result. Big thanks to James from Atlas Powerlifting. If you guys know him, James Schroeder. Pretty good guy, pretty well tuned, and knows how to get the most out of his athletes. Also, big thanks to New Zealand Powerlifting, obviously, for hosting it. And yeah, it's always fun lifting over there. So without further ado, I'll bring out the reels and we can talk through them. Started squats with 250 kgs as the opener. Based on how training had been, 250 was fairly conservative. I had hit 250 for 4 at an 8 and felt pretty good. Warm-ups were pretty good that day as well, but unfortunately just not quite the right number for the day. I had a pain in my adductors on the way out of the hole. Even though I got 3 white lights, still had to readjust second and third attempts. I tried to adjust my loading distribution, so put a bit more weight in my quads as opposed to letting it all sit through my hips, but unfortunately just couldn't get depth with that new stance. And yeah, same thing happened for 260 as well. So went into bench with just 250, 5 kgs under the usual, but still not a bad squat. An open bench with 165. This felt fairly easy. Having done bench only 2 days before was not bad. Moved quite well. Was expecting a bit more of this day, so went for 172.5 on the second attempt, and was planning to hit 180 for third. Missed the third attempt though, but was still not bad. 2 out of 3. Given how squats had gone and how the hip was feeling, I decided to open with 275 for deadlifts, which was pretty good. Came up fairly easily, and yeah, gave us a few more options. Try to play the numbers game and hold back a little bit just to make sure that we're still within reach for that first place position. But given how squats and bench had been, it was a bit of a big ask. And even though I got the 287 for my second, I couldn't cleanly pull through a 2.5 for first placing. I mean, that pretty much gave that away, and unfortunately just couldn't pull it through and lock out cleanly. It was fairly close, but yeah, technique just lacking there, and the hips just couldn't support what I needed to do there. So yeah, lockout suffered for that, and was a bit more of a grind than it should have been.